It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, October, and today we just want to hear a story from a survivor. You know, we've talked to nurses, we've talked to other survivors, but we want to hear your own story. Introduce yourself to us and tell us your own story. You are a breast cancer survivor and you've survived stage 4 breast cancer. Tell us what that journey has been like.
Okay, thank you. My name is Esther Wanjiku. I hail from Nyeri, but I live in Dandora, in Nairobi. I was diagnosed in 2022, and since 2022 my journey has not been smooth. There was ups and downs, but here I am. I thank God. I'm a stage 4 breast cancer survivor since that day, 2022 November. Yes.
Okay, so tell us what prompted you to go to the hospital. What was the diagnosis like? Were there some signs that you felt and you needed to go to hospital? Take us through that moment leading to diagnosis.
Okay, my journey started in 2017 during October awareness, breast cancer awareness, like this month, 2017, through Inoro TV. As I was sitting in my couch, I had a doctor saying you should do self-examination. So I took my time to self-examine. I was alone in the house, so I started self-examination. Then I felt a lump in my right breast. So the doctor said, if you feel anything itch, just go to the hospital. So I went immediately to the hospital. That was 2017 in October. So I started my journey there. I went to hospital. Then I started tests. And it was negative. So the doctor said there is no big deal. So I went back home. In 2018, I just felt that the lump has grown bigger. I went back to the hospital and I did CT scan. I did ultrasound. The outcome was negative. I did mammogram. The outcome was negative. Then I did biopsy. That was in around 2020. And the first biopsy was negative. So I went back. In that hospital, they told me to look for 50,000 to remove that lump because it's not supposed to be in the breast. So that 2020 was Corona time. So there was no work. I was not working at that time, so I had no money. So I went back and relaxed. I had no money, and then it was negative. So it was not a big deal to me. I sat up until 2021, where I got pregnant in 2020. And I went back to the hospital and told the doctor I'm pregnant, but he told me it's not a big deal. So just carry your baby, go and breastfeed at your own time. If you get that 50,000 to come and remove the lump, you just come and find us. I got a baby in 2021 May. I breastfed him until 2022 October. May I thought after breastfeed, so some doctors said if I breastfeed, the lump would go away. So the lump didn't go away and became bigger. I went back to the hospital. So I started again. I started some tests. The outcome was negative. Results were negative. I did mammogram. It was negative. Then I was told to do a biopsy. The second biopsy, it came stage 4 breast cancer.
Wow. Wow.
2022, yes.
Yeah. So the period before, they were saying it's a benign lump or what?
It was not cancerous.
Wow.
Yes.
So now from that 2020 to 2022, it's moved to stage 4.
Yes.
So once they tell you that this is stage 4, what was your initial reaction and what did you say you are going to do?
Of course, at the first time, breaking news, it was shock to me. I got shocked. Because cancer, to me, I thought the next minute is just dying and being buried. So I didn't go anywhere. I said, let me just die silently. I won't go to the hospital because others have gone to the hospital and most of them have died. So I won't go to the hospital because at the end of the day, I will die. So I didn't go. I just stayed 2022 November, the whole of December, the whole of January, the whole of February. I was not going anywhere. I was not eating. I was not bathing. I was just there. And I stopped the breastfeeding the baby because he was 1.5 years that time. So I was not attending even church. And I'm a CWA member and a choir member too. So members started asking, where is Esther? So they took initiative to look for me. My priest, Father Steve Borough and Father Gideon, came into my house and found me there. So I broke news to them. They were in shock and they just prayed for me. They prayed. And that's where I got energy to go to the hospital and started chemo.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
And at this time that you're not seeking treatment, are you in pain? What's happened?
I was not in pain. Totally, I was not in pain.
Wow. So when you went to hospital to start treatment, what was the treatment plan like? What were you put on?
I was put on chemo, 6 chemos, and after I did my first chemo, that's when I started paining. The breast started paining. So I was just cut off the treatment because I went there full. I was not in pain, and after chemo I started feeling pain. So I had to cut my chemos. So that priest of mine, those priests of mine, Father Gideon and Father Steve, they followed me up. So every time, Esther, we are with you in prayers, and they called me each time. There were visitors everywhere in my house every time. So they were on toes on me. Esther, just go back, just go back. They bribed, they told me to go back, and I gained energy again and went on with the treatment. So I did my 6 chemos. That's when my hair fell down. There were so many changes, effects of chemos. Yes.
Yeah. And tell us, because you know when people think about stage 4, that's very advanced. So for you, as you said, your hair fell off and all that, many people imagine, and that's why we have this kind of conversation to raise awareness. Was it a situation where you had to now cut off the breast to prevent spread, or what was that looking like for you?
Okay, the doctor said because it has spread from the breast to the lungs, then some parts of liver. So they didn't have that plan for mastectomy. So I had to go for radios and for chemos only. Then after that, daily tablets. And injections every month.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so when did you complete these 6 cycles of chemo?
6 cycles I completed in September 2023. 2023 September. Then after that I did a PET scan, and the results were it was dormant. The results was the doctor told me the disease is dormant. It is not growing, it is not reducing, it's just dormant. It is all positive to me. So after that, the doctor said that I'll continue with the injection of every month. So I go at Kenyatta every month for injection. I do Herceptin, and I do daily tablets every day. I think for 10 years, and I do another one called another one for hormones. After every 3 months, I do an injection.
Okay.
Yes.
Now let's talk about the cost implication of this disease. It can be quite a financial burden. And you remember you are talking about the initial 50,000 which you couldn't raise, which made you stay home. So now with all these injections that you have to take, what has your financial journey looked like, making sure that you're managing the disease?
Okay, in the first time when I was diagnosed, after my second chemo, I was drained off. That time we were using NHIF. So I did a harabe, and I raised money, which catered me for the other 4 chemos. So after that, I did a PET scan, which NHIF, it was catered for by NHIF. I did a MRI, it was catered for by NHIF. Then after that, NHIF catered for everything until it was cut off. Then we started a SHA. Yes.
So what is your experience currently under the regime when it comes to just making sure that you're healthy, you get your scans, because you need to get scans regularly, right?
Yes.
So what has your experience been?
Right now, I was supposed to take my injection last week on the 7th of October. In Kenyatta, there was no medicine, so I was to look outside Kenyatta. And the medicine that I'm using, you can find it only in cancer centers. And the Herceptin I'm using is more expensive. Outside Kenyatta, it's around 165,000. So I have not raised that 165. So I am waiting until Kenyatta they get one.
Well,
yes.
It's quite a challenge.
Yes.
Now speak to us about the emotional and mental burden of the disease. As you said, it was a shock. You have a child, a very young child, you're trying to raise, you have this news. What was your coping mechanism like? And what would you say to people who probably know a loved one or somebody who's going through the disease and they don't know how to support them when it comes to their mental health?
Let me say I was lucky because my support system was good. The environment I was living, it was good because you see I had priests who were following me. My family members were there for me. Church members were there for me. Friends were my circle was they were very supportive. But it was on first days. After that, they think that you see, like me, if you see me, you can't imagine that I'm sick. So people started saying Esther was lying. So they just put you off. Esther was lying. She just conned us. We did harabe for her. He did A, B, C, D, and those lies, which were not true. So people walianza kajitenga. And I was there for my kids. So I could just lock my door, just cry. I was just crying. My daughter could avoid me just crying. I could just hold my baby, cry until until tears get off. So I couldn't even go and talk to people because people have already known. I just conned them. I was just looking myself, no eating. I just went back to stage 1 when I was diagnosed. That shock it regained again. So my health kaza kukonda kawaida. Hakuna marafiki wana kuja kuona hata. Isipokuwa tu rafiki yangu mmoja tu alisimama na mimi mpaka dakika ya mwisho. He was there when I was doing chemos. Then my mom just left home for me. He came to my house. We lived together until I did my last chemo. Even as I was doing my PET scan, she was just there with me. So he could talk to me, but I could nikajikumbuka hata fulani si alikufa tu. So I was just dying. Hata mama kikuja, hata uniambie niende, I would just die. So I was very down emotionally. There was no one to talk to. Even if they were there to talk to me, my mind was not there. I was just saying, I've died already. Even I saw who came to my burial. Who didn't come to my burial? Yes.
Terrible. So now how did you pull yourself out of that rut? Because as you said, you got so much support in the beginning and then later they're like, huyu alikuwa anatuambia stories za kupata pesa. So how did you get yourself out of that and pick yourself?
So, my mom lives with my grandmother who is sick, who is seriously sick. So after I did my last chemo, I told her, now just go and nurse my grandmother. So she had to go back. That time, I had a small shopping in the house. Unga, kamchere, nini, kamaziwa. Then zikaisha. Then I told myself, now, hizi zimeisha. in case nikufe, aka mtoto kadogo katakuwa kakiangaliwa na nani? Hakuna mtu nimeona akiingia kwa nyumba kuniletea hata maziwa. Then nimekufa. Huyu mtoto atabaki na nani? So nikajiambia Esther, just wake up. Wacha kufikiria watu watasema nini. Just wake up and move on. That's why I started again.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
Wake up and move on. Now, as there are people who are listening to this and maybe they are going through their chemo, they are going through a hard time, they don't have money for chemo or whatever, what is that message you would tell to other people who are going through the disease and they're wondering, do I have hope?
Me, what I tell them, just hope. Have hope in everything. Because God is there. I made it through. Even you can make it. Don't listen to people what they are saying. Don't listen to negativity. Don't listen to everyone who is negative unto you. Just stand up, move on. If you don't have money, God, like now I don't have money for my injection. And I was supposed to get my injection last week. But I'm still having hope that I'll get that injection. I don't know I don't know where the money will come from, but I'm hoping and believing that I will get an injection. Yes.
So just keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive.
You must keep on moving,
yes,
despite anything. And now as we close, and I'll ask you to give your contacts in case somebody wants to reach out to you, but it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Talk to that person who is listening right now. Even you said you listened to
yes, something
on Inoro, and you said, watch at the end, I get checked. Tell them why they must go for that screening. Don't ignore, don't think that everything is okay.
Yes.
Why should you go for that screening?
It's very important. Because now, maybe I could be living with the disease without knowing. Even before that 2017, maybe the lump was still there, but I didn't know. If you get that knowledge early enough, you won't go through what I've gone through. You will save a lot of resources, a lot of your time, going to the hospital every time. You will retain your friends and your family members. Just go, keep tested every time. If you hear there is awareness anywhere, just go. Do testing, do thorough tests. Every year, every woman, just do 1 mammogram to just make sure that you are okay. Just once, it's for your own health.
Okay,
yes,
so just go for that screening. It can help save a lot of things, yes, in your life. So thank you. As we conclude, Esther, if somebody wants to reach out to you to speak, whether it's for support, whether it's going to help you, or one way or another, how can they reach you? Do you have an email? What are you comfortable sharing? Anything. I can share my number. I can share my email. Okay, share. If you want if you want me to come to your area, or if you have any kama mkutano hivi, and you want me to come and do awareness in your either church, school, I can just come. Okay. Anywhere in Kenya. Tuambie, tutapataje? 0720, my number, 338841. Okay, repeat one more time. 0720 338841. Okay, asante sana Esther, and good work on that survival journey. Thank you.